Welcome, everybody. It's Alan Palange with ProScript Media, and I am really happy that you joined me today. We're going to speak and address two questions that we oftentimes get. What is the difference really between a mobile website and a mobile application? And I'll do my very best to answer those questions. If you're here on the live webinar, you can certainly chat with us. Each one of you should have an open chat box. If you're watching this, or if for some reason you need to leave during the presentation, please do not hesitate to come back into our training section, and we'll have a series of these recorded videos that you can watch at your convenience. But for those that are on the line and are participating, welcome very much. And again, if you have a message, feel free to send in a chat. And Jack, you out there? Okay, Jack out in California, which heads the regional area out in California with all of our great affiliates out there. I think we're up to about 43 now. Jack will do his best to respond to all of your questions. So why don't we jump right in and get to it? So without any question at this point, everybody listening to this understands how incredible the mobile industry has grown just over the last 5 years. It's amazing to me that it's only back in 2008 that the iPhone actually came out. And to think that over 20 billion apps have been downloaded between the iPhone and the Android device is an amazing number. And as you'll see in further statistics, at the point of this particular recording, there's been 6 billion smartphones that have been activated so far. I mean, it's unbelievable, absolutely unbelievable, the breadth of the mobile revolution. When you start thinking about the numbers and start understanding why mobile websites are just incredibly important, and we're going to go through some of these statistics, and then we're going to jump into exactly what is the difference between a mobile website and a mobile app. 95% of all smartphone users have searched for local information. And I tell people, don't take my word for it. And first of all, most of the data that we share with you actually comes directly from Google. But I tell people, think very simply of your own habits. Think about what you do day in and day out, or what your kids do, or your brother, your sister, your associates, your friends. I mean, it's unbelievable. Do you know they say that the average smartphone user has his or her smartphone at their side during 95% of the entire day? I mean, it's really unbelievable. Here's another stat that I love. 61% of all users call a business after searching, and 59% visit the location. But some of these stats begin to get skewed with the very fact that the mobile revolution truly is here, and it has evolved in such a way that the marketplace, our potential clients, have not kept up with this revolution. And you'll see soon some of the stats according to Google is 40% of all people that go to a website that is not mobile friendly, they X out of the site, and they're very likely to go to a competitor's site. It's just absolutely amazing. And when you think about, what exactly does an individual want when they're searching on their mobile phone, at the end of the day, we want to give them the option between a mobile website, and if they so desire to, visit the classic website, which I'll show you guys in a few minutes. That's certainly an option. But at the end of the day, this is about not what I as a businessman want to give to my client. It's about wanting to satisfy that need and that urge and that desire that the entire marketplace has. So if I know the majority of people out in the universe are operating and are mobile, and I know that they get frustrated when they visit my website that may not be mobile ready, well, there seems to be a real issue there, and there seems to be a solution, what we call a mobile solution, a mobile strategy, that every single business really needs to take at heart. And you look at some of these stats, I mean, it's amazing. 23% of all adults have cursed at their phone when a site doesn't work. Well, in today's world, if the site doesn't load up in 5 seconds, I mean, we're out of there. It's unbelievable. I mean, in the internet age, 5 seconds truly becomes like a lifetime. This just starts indicating, and another amazing stat, for every, and this recording is taking place in the year 2013, but for every desktop computer, there's 4 smartphones. For every desktop computer, there's 4 smartphones. So think about that for a minute. And if you read any of the financial papers, you'll understand that all of the box makers, whether it's Dell, Hewlett-Packard, they're all seeing their sales degrade in a very rapid sense. I mean, I think of my own personal habits, and, I have 3 laptops, an iPad, 3 iPhones, and 3 desktop computers, one of which I happen to love because it's a touchscreen desktop. But I'll tell you, I grab for the iPad or the iPhone 9 out of 10 times. Here's another great statistic. 45% of all people that are watching TV are searching online at the same time. Unbelievable. Now, this happens to be the presentation you're watching is also available in the Affiliate Resource Center and certainly in the Document Center. These are PowerPoint presentations that are available to you both in PowerPoint and also in PDF format. So certainly they're very much available to you. But this is an interesting stat, and you start looking at the amount of minutes consumed on a mobile application as opposed to a mobile device. Now, obviously, you need to be on a mobile device to use a mobile app, right? I mean, we all get that. But what we're beginning to see, and Facebook has actually started taking the lead, Facebook and Google, in this respect, we're beginning to find that people are not only having a much more engaging and fluid experience with a mobile app, but that they're actually spending more time on individual mobile apps through their mobile phone. So they're sort of foregoing the website experience and jumping right to a mobile app. And when you think about it, it makes a lot of sense. Most businesses, 98% of businesses in the United States, still do not have a mobile website. And of course, 98% of them certainly do not have a mobile app as well. So when a consumer has the ability to actually be on a mobile app, on a mobile device, it is a far more enjoyable experience than being on your mobile phone with searching or finding a traditional website. And take a look and just read this for 1 sec, because it's it's unbelievable. I read just the other day that PayPal is expecting to book well over $7 billion in online mobile payments, where people are actually online performing a search, finding something, purchasing that item on a mobile device. And they expect in 2013 that it's going to be close or more in excess of $7 billion. And to give you a sense, the industry we're in as developers of mobile applications and mobile websites, we have not even reached the $1 billion mark in sales, and we expect in 2013 we finally will become officially $1 billion market. And there are estimates that says that the mobile website and mobile app market turns into in excess of $10 billion a year. So you are truly at the very beginning of what's going to be an enormous market that's just waiting to be eaten. And this begins to talk about mobile workers. I mean, those folks that are out in the field and they're mobile by nature, given that they're mobile because of their work and what their daily routine is, but how manipulating through apps is really being an integral part of one's experience when they're mobile. I know that for me personally, when I'm mobile, I have as much ability to be productive and perform the same level of task than when I'm sitting literally in front of a desktop computer. So whether I need to send a fax, receive a fax, of course, send an email, a text, photos, whatever I need to do, I can do everything through my mobile apps or my mobile telephone that I could easily do on a desktop. And of course, now in today's age, everything is in the cloud to begin with. So mobile, without any question, is where it's at. In mobile technology, one of the cool things about mobile technology is, for when you think about it, for the very small amount of money that's involved in a mobile solution, be it a mobile website and a mobile application, really at the end of the day, it really almost evens the playing field. You do not need to be a Fortune 100 company to have a beautiful mobile website and mobile app, and that truly levels the playing field without any question. Now, I think I want to take you over, before I get too far in depth into this, and I want to give you a feel of exactly the difference. First, I want to talk about a traditional website on a mobile experience and a mobile website on a mobile phone, and let's take a look at that. So I wanted to stop here for a moment and show you the incredible return on investment a mobile app can provide for a client. And think of it this way: a mobile website speaks about the user's experience being fluid, easy to navigate, easy to find that information that a mobile searcher would be after. And we like to say that everything is literally just one click away. There's no zooming in and out. There's no scrolling left to right. All of the information are on tabs the minute that site comes up, front and center on the mobile website. Now, an app adds functionality to what one can do and interact with that particular merchant. So, as an example, Seamless Web, it's a company that allows users to order takeout food, delivery from local restaurants, saw a 25% increase to all transactions after they released their mobile app. So, a mobile app, and at the moment of this recording, when we build a mobile app, we have a potential of 40 integrated apps within the design process that we look at. And that could be a GPS app, that could be a reservation app, that could be ordering online for fulfillment, where they deliver or you pick it up and you actually pay for the order online. And if you go over, and we'll look at some of them in a few minutes, but if you go over to our website, proscriptmedia.com, and you should be on that site if you're watching this webinar, and I see some people actually on the chat box. Yes, I know, everybody. I know where I know we're at the site. I just had to say that. But okay, in any event, if you go up to the mobile app tab, you'll see all of the various mobile apps that we offer. And at the moment, we have 40 individual apps that we've released. And you'll need to realize that each business, the kind of apps that we would design for a particular business, doesn't necessarily go across all niches. What we may build for a hair salon is, of course, going to be different than what we're going to build for a restaurant. But there are many commonalities in the apps and the functions that they perform that you will see from one niche to another. Here is what I was telling you before, is for every desktop, there's now 4 smartphones. And they estimate that by the end of 2013, that will be 6 to 1. They also estimate by the year 2014, or sometime in the third or fourth quarter, that when the contracts are being renewed on cell phones, on mobile phones, that the upon that renewal, there'll be no choice, literally, but to actually move into a smartphone device, because they're doing away with all non-smartphones. The only thing that will exist very shortly will be smart devices, and there's a number of reasons for that. In March 2013, 82.9% of all new phone acquisitions were smartphones. So we're definitely very close to moving in that direction of 100%. At the time of this, Google has a share of 58%, while iPhone is just over 26%. So when we say Google, we're talking, of course, about the Android platform. And again, in 2014, you'll have no choice but to move into a smartphone on one operating system or another. Okay, so let's take a look at these are mobile apps. Now, to some of you, you may look at it and say, "Well, my God, it looks like a mobile website." Well, at first glimpse, there's not much difference in the aesthetic value, albeit that typically the mobile apps are a little bit cleaner and are typically more of a premium design than what a mobile website would be. And we got to really differentiate between the two, and this may be a good spot to do it. A mobile website, the pure meaning and effect of a mobile website is that when a consumer pulls up a traditional website, so if I'm searching for abccompany.com and up comes their website, but I happen to be searching from a mobile device, we place code on that website that will automatically pull up the mobile website. And then, of course, it's up to the user. They could go back and forth if they so desire. But again, we're giving the user a choice, which is what it's all about. So, typically on a mobile website, there's not a lot of interaction or engagement that one can do. Now, what I mean by that is certainly you could press a button and click to call the merchant. You could easily find locations and get some GPS directions to that location. There's another tab typically that will speak to services, hours. There could also be a blog or some type of news reporting, on the mobile website. We could certainly have a gallery, and you'll see that on many of our mobile websites. And we could even have videos on a mobile website. So I don't want to give you the impression that a mobile website is somehow not effective in its job. The main job of a mobile website is that when an individual pulls up a mobile website, however they got there, is we want that experience to be fluid, easy to navigate, and what we don't want to do is frustrate that user. And that is really our ultimate objective. Now, when they're on the mobile website, and if the merchant happens to have a mobile app, they'll be prompted to download the mobile app. Now, once you download, and let's take as an example the restaurant, which is the center iPhone in your image at the moment. And somebody's sending me a chat right now telling me that they're not crazy about the orange. It's funny you said that, guys, because I'm not so crazy about the orange either. But maybe that's what this particular merchant desired. So you'll see there's a number of functions. There's a menu. You can order online. They opted to have, and it's possible my glasses aren't strong enough. It looks like they're maybe having a special of the week. There's a tip calculator, so you could easily figure out how much you should tip, and you could get their menu in a PDF. There's probably other features on this, I would imagine, something called push notifications. So once I've downloaded their app, if they want to send me a message, guess what? It appears right front and center on my screen because I've opted in and I've downloaded their particular app. If I want to buy online and maybe it's going to maintain a profile of my last 3 orders and allow me to get through that process a lot quicker, that's also an available feature. A tie-in for any social media, no problem. Even our mobile apps have a fan wall. On a mobile app, if you had people in the restaurant, they could actually take a picture, deliver it right through the mobile app, and that gets uploaded to Facebook if the merchant has desired. But let's look at some of these bullet points. We make mobilizing your business simple and pain-free, and we truly do. And the best solution for every merchant is to have a mobile website along with a mobile app. The mobile app is meant to truly engage one's clients, interact on a platform that you otherwise would never be able to reach out and touch that client. So for a restaurant, you may be having a quiet Tuesday night and you decide, you know what, we're going to push out a notification, and there's no extra charge for the push notifications. Whereas if they selected to do a text marketing campaign, they tend to get a little bit expensive. So you could push out a campaign and run a special for happy hour, and instantly everybody in your network that has downloaded a mobile app gets that message. You could also offer a coupon, or you could offer a loyalty card. And as we start developing data on how many people are ordering online and how many people have elected to use the loyalty card or submit a coupon at the point of purchase so that you pushed out to them, we get all of those metrics. So, and we can share that with the merchant and begin to see truly, what is engaging the client, what the client seems to be enjoying, where do they spend their most time on your app, which tells you how the client feels its functionality is, and then we can focus on expanding that particular part of the app if need be. We are, mobile experts. We are Apple and Android developers, and we do make the entire experience very easy. Mobile websites typically take 7 days to build and publish. An Android app is also about 7 days to build and publish. Apple sometimes can take up to 10 to 14 days because of the review process with Apple. So here, an app can display information on services. As I mentioned, a restaurant menu, text or PDF. All locations are visible, and you can get literally step-by-step directions. One-click calling, of course. You can have an events menu as a part of that application. I mean, it just goes on and on with the kind of functionality that the app brings really to the mobile experience. Customers can link to your social media pages, increase your Facebook fans, increase Twitter followers. Approximately 40% of all social media users access their accounts through a mobile device. And I would bet to say that by the end of 2013, especially with what Facebook has just rolled out with Facebook Home, that number will slowly start growing up to about 70% by the end of the year. You want to share something by email, share to Twitter, share to Facebook, share by SMS, all done through the app, no problem. If you want to share the restaurant that you're sitting at that moment with a friend, again, these are all components of the application. Now, GPS coupons, very, very great app. Now, this at the moment is an upgrade for our clients that wish to use it. But if you download an app as a client of that particular merchant, and you're within 75 feet of that merchant, guess what? You get a GPS coupon, and hopefully that gets you in the store and gets you coming back to the store because you never know quite what coupon the merchant's going to decide to give you. It's a fabulous concept and really a hot seller for us at the moment. QR code coupons used to replace stamp cards and also increases customer loyalty. 28% of customers reported that they are extremely likely to increase their visits to a business if they have a loyalty card. And keep in mind, our loyalty card is built in on the application. So no more cards to carry, no more stamping of the cards. Those days are long gone. It's all about incorporating an app and sharing that app for your clients. Now, I'm sure all of you know this by now, but when the client downloads that app, there, of course, is no charge to the end client, just a charge to the merchant that we've sold the app to. Take full control over your app's content. Our clients actually receive a back-end dashboard. We call this a CMS. It's a client management system. And in this client management system, they can add pictures to their gallery. If they want to change a coupon, if they want to send out a push notification, they can really utilize any, on a back admin part of the panel, they can utilize and modify really all different parts of their mobile application. When they do so, in real time, it will change and update the application immediately, and it will also modify across all platforms. So it's going to modify the Android app, the Apple app, the iPad app, and the mobile website if they happen to have one with us. A click of a button will change it across all platforms in real time. The app can display special events, specials of the week, loyalty coupons, an image gallery. Everything is inside the app. And you can update your customers instantly. Imagine the power of what you could do if you had an establishment that maybe is an entertainment establishment and you maybe can hold up to 500 people in the establishment. Imagine what you can do interacting with those clients. And of course, to get somebody to download the app, they're normally delighted to do it. And we normally will give a flyer that the business can use with a QR code that could be scanned, and it will immediately take them to the download page to download the application. And imagine if we offered a special, download the app and get a free 25% off coupon for your next visit. Do you think everybody would download the app? You betcha. So now, as we have all of our clients downloading the app, we're really beginning to have the ability to harness the power of that interaction with our clients. And you begin to think about all the ways we can interact and keep that client loyal to that particular business. Guys, this is all about client retention, client satisfaction, engaging the client, and ultimately acquiring new clients from this very application. Now we begin to look at some other great features of the apps. Of course, a shopping cart, simple enough. There's an integration for an email list. There's a fan wall, as I had mentioned. There's a pure information tab where you can share various bits of information. And again, these apps can be full-blown websites that are built into the app as well. So there really is no limit to exactly what we can do. If you're in an establishment where you have ongoing events, you could have an event tab that, again, is easily modified by the merchant or the business owner in their back-end dashboard that we provide to them in our proprietary CMS system. A full-blown mapping program built right into the app. And we have, depending on the niche that you're in, a send us photo feature, which the merchant could decide how that photo is treated once it actually comes in through the application. All of our apps are absolutely beautiful. Professional app design and setup fee at the moment is $995. Monthly hosting fee is $49. That monthly hosting fee allows for their access to our CMS system where they can constantly update and modify. They are also allowed 4 monthly changes that they could email into our IT department, and there is no other charge or any other fee to do that. We do host the mobile app, and we do update the mobile app as new devices or code issues come up where the app would need to be modified. We do that just as a part of our monthly fee. There's unlimited downloads. So this could be downloaded unlimited through any of these devices, be it an iPad, an Android, or an iPhone. And as I mentioned, there's unlimited push notifications. So the sky's the limit. And guys, that brings us to the end of this particular webinar. I see there's a number of questions that I think I'll start answering. Let me take at least a handful of them because I've got to run into a conference meeting in a moment. One of the questions is, can somebody have a mobile application if they don't have a website? And that happens to be a good question. Now, as all of you know, we sell 5 core proficiencies or core services here at ProScript. One of them happens to be traditional websites. But no, you do not need to have a traditional website to have a mobile website or to have a mobile app. So in essence, you can have a mobile app that is a standalone product. So you could have a mobile app without having a mobile website and without having a traditional website. So a mobile app is purely a standalone piece of software, if you will, or application that does not require a traditional website or a mobile app. And I'm just reading some of the other questions that are coming in. Do we really count the amount of times that a client does updates each month? The answer is, honestly, we don't. As you'll get to know, we're very client-centric. We go out of our way to make sure that every single client experience is a positive experience. And no, we don't count. Now, of course, if somebody calls in 5 times a day, we'd probably have to have a conversation, but that tends never to happen. Okay, here's a good question. Why doesn't ProScript have a mobile application? Okay, that's a good question. We don't have a mobile application because Apple will not approve it. As an app developer and as a website and internet marketing company, that's on Apple's no-no list, so they will not approve us. How do you like that to have a mobile app? So go figure. Apple is not a big fan about apps being built purely for the sake of marketing. And of course, if we had an app, and we don't agree with Apple, if we had an app, it would allow me to do the very things that I'm telling you. I would be able to engage my clients. I'd be able to notify and push specials or messages out to my clients. But at the moment, that's Apple's policy. So that's why. Now, of course, we have a mobile website, but that's why we don't have a mobile app. Okay. I think Jack, are you answering that? Okay. Okay, let me grab this one. When we build a mobile website for a client, we are also building the basic framework at the same time for their mobile app, and our intention is to very simply be able to go back to that client, and we want, of course, this is one of our upsells. We want to go back in and we want to share with them a mobile application that's been built for their business. And we tell the client, listen, try this out. Take it for a test drive for 7 days. And at the end of the day, any modifications, be it in theme, in color, in placement, functionality, all of that is subject to the client's whim. We can modify any and all of that. That's not a problem. But we are using... and as many of you know, we have a protocol where we, initially do our mobile website. we're throwing in either as a closing tool or as a freebie for the client, a client video testimonial. And we're using those two devices to subsequently go back to that merchant, deliver the mobile website, share the video with them in 7 days after the order. And then 14 days after the initial order, we're going back in and we're looking to engage that merchant either on internet and promotion, where we get the business on page one of Google, and we're certainly looking to upsell them for a mobile app. And part of the gimmick with the video is we will have that video on page one of Google for the company name for the merchant. And oftentimes within 2 weeks, it's showing up on page one for one or two other search terms that somebody would maybe put in. And we're hoping when you go back into that merchant and you share the video, which, by the way, is, as you probably know, is done by a professional actor or actresses, and we have many that we use. This is a service that we outsource. But at the end of the day, when they see that video on page one, it really is a great opportunity, and we're hoping they have a holy cow moment, where they say, wow, how'd you guys do that? And that's a great segue into our internet and marketing division. And certainly we want to share with them the mobile app at that point, let them experience that, hold it in their hands, because it's something funny happens when they actually see the app and it's tailored towards their business. They oftentimes, they just have to have it. They're turned on by it. Now, the other thing I'll share with you, same thing on the mobile websites. There's no question when you show that mobile website to your client, and if we're showing them an example, we have many sample mobile websites in virtually every industry. So as you text that to them or email them a link to that, the moment they see the difference between a mobile website and a mobile app, a mobile website and a traditional website, my apology, they really begin to see the difference. Now, join me, if you would, on our other webinar that specifically will look at, and we'll spend about 30 minutes looking at mobile websites compared to traditional websites, and this will help piece together the difference in functionality between a mobile application and mobile websites. And I'm looking at the clock, and Jack is telling me that I've run over time. So, guys, I want to thank you very, very much for joining me. As you all know, this is stored in our video library online, in our product center, or product training, rather. So it's here for you at any time. I hope you found this intuitive and helpful, and I look forward to seeing you guys on our next webinar. Thanks very much.